Hey everyone, this is Mukesh Utwani once again from learn-information.com. Today in this video we'll talk about how we can execute JavaScript in Playwright with Java. We'll quickly talk about why do we need JavaScript when we're working with Java and in which scenarios you will use JavaScript in Playwright. So I will show you a detailed demo that when you're working with Playwright with Java, there will be a couple of incidents where your basic functions are not working. Not because of Playwright, it's because how application has been designed. Plus, we'll also talk about in some other instances where you need to execute JavaScript. So we'll quickly talk about one scenario that without JavaScript, how Playwright behaves, and with JavaScript, how it behaves differently. So in order to show you this, I have taken one sample application, which is login.yahoo.com, and I want to quickly show you one incident. You can see this checkbox, right? Now, the moment I click on this text, this checkbox is getting deselected. If I click it, I click again and it's getting selected. But if I inspect this particular checkbox, this is my input, right? So if I inspect this radio button, it's coming input. Now let's try to click on this particular checkbox. It's a input box, type equal to checkbox, and then ID is persistent. To save some time, I have already written some sample snippet. We are starting a Chromium with headless equal to false, slow motion 1000, creating a page, navigating to login.yahoo.com. Now if I type page.locator, since I have taken ID, I will go with hash. And if I just try to do click. Now when you see this scenario visually, it's visible properly, right? It's enabled to, I'm able to perform operation. But see how Playwright behaves. Let me execute this, run as Java application, and it should started. Page is still loading. Now notice it's not clicking. By default, when we open, it is checked. So ideally it should click on it and it should uncheck. Now how Playwright works, by default, the wait, which is auto wait for click, is 30 seconds, right? So it will keep trying till 30 seconds, and within a few seconds I will show you what kind of logs it will generate. So it will, do the reattempt multiple times. Since we are given 30 seconds, it will do 60 attempts, because every 1 second it will give you 2 attempts. And yes, it failed. You can see here the console part. So it's very important to understand how to read this so that you can make the necessary changes. Now it started from here. And first of all, it says timeout error of 30,000 milliseconds, which is 30 seconds. In the last video, we discussed how you can change it. I will keep it 30 seconds as of now. It tried maximum till 30,000 milliseconds, which is 30 seconds. Now this is the important part. It started like waiting for Locator. Locator resolved to that particular checkbox. Now it is trying to attempt a click action. It is waiting for element to be visible, enable, and stable, and finally it says element not visible. By visually looking at the DOM and the page, we were able to see, right? But Playwright is not able to click on this because it says it's not visible. Now see what happened. It tried multiple times, retrying, and if you keep scrolling, it retried till 60 times. So it means every 1 second it was retrying twice. So retry is 500 milliseconds. And after 60 seconds, it says failed. And I will tell you the reason why it is behaving like this. Coming back to original window. If I talk about this particular element, notice the style part. Can you see this width? It says something 0.941. And how Playwright works, if the width and height is greater than 0, then it will perform click. I will show you how you can calculate the width and height using code so that it will come to a final conclusion, right? What we note is coming 0.94. It means it is less than 1. In that case, what Playwright assumes that it's not visible properly. So to show you this, I'm going to use the same locator, which is playwright.locator, and since we're using ID, so hash. Now you can use one method called bounding box. What about this method? It's a very interesting method. As the name says, bounding box. This method returns the bounding box, the element matching the locator. So basically you will get the box of that particular element, and you can capture the width and height. So they have given a proper usage as well. So if you see this, for example, you captured one element, you say bounding box, then you can get the x and y coordinate, width and height and everything. I'm going to capture only width and height. So the moment you put dot, you can see width, it will return you as a double. So I will just store this in a variable, or I can directly print. So I'm printing width, and in the same way I will also print height. Height dot width. Let's run it once again. Now again, I will not wait for 30 seconds. I just want to show the width and height. If that is 0, we are good to go. Yeah, notice it is giving 0.0, 0.0, which is basically, in order to click, it should be 1 or greater than 1. So this is exactly what we will do. Now, since the basic click method is not working, we are going to use click using JavaScript. Now you don't have to become expert of JavaScript, or you don't have to learn a dedicated programming language. I will show you a simple snippet that you can use. But let's say if you want to perform different actions, then let me know in the comment section. I will provide you the JavaScript snippet, or you can just Google it, that for this what will be the JavaScript. In this case, what I will do, I will go back to our application. Now every browser have its own JavaScript engine. So since I'm using Chrome, if you want to execute any JavaScript, you can write directly on the console. Now this is our document. So the complete web page that you can see, if I type document, you can see it's highlighting, right? If I put mouse over the complete document, but I don't need the complete document. What I need is this particular guy, which is this ID, name, or I can go with checkbox. Let me go with ID. So if I type document dot get element by ID, so we have a dedicated method in JavaScript where you can get the element using ID. And if I use the ID which we copied, which is persistent, and if I hit enter, you can see it's highlighting. Notice on this part, it's highlighting. And if I want to click, I can directly type here click, and here we go. Notice it is checked now. If I execute again, uncheck, execute again, check, execute again, uncheck. So basically this is the JavaScript that I need in order to perform click operation. So I will copy this. Instead of using page.locator.click, we need a dedicated method which will help you to execute JavaScript. And the method name is evaluate. This is the one. So you can use page.evaluate, and you can write any JavaScript snippet, and it will perform or execute the particular JavaScript, and it will return you the result. In our case, we don't want any result as of now. Whatever JavaScript we have written, I just want to copy paste here. Now you can see this escape character, because here I'm using double quotes, here I'm using double quotes. So to make it one string, it is the moment I copy paste, it is giving me escape characters. But let's say by any chance you don't want this, you can write this in single quote as well, because JavaScript supports single quotes and double quotes. Still working. So in both the cases it will work. So what I did, I just removed it and used a single quote. So I don't need this click, and let's see this. It started. Before doing the click, it was clicked. Now since we executed, it is unchecked now. This is how you can execute JavaScript using Playwright when you're working with Java. Now I just gave you one sample, but understand what kind of situation we have, what kind of JavaScript we want to execute. Let's say you want to execute certain JavaScripts which will highlight the element, unhighlight the element. You can use page.evaluate. You want to capture the title, URL. By any chance the default methods in Playwright is not working, use page.evaluate. In this example, I use complete JavaScript. But one thing that you will notice that we have issue with click only, right? We don't need the complete JavaScript. I need help of JavaScript just to perform click. Actually, my element is this. So we have another approach. So I will comment this for the time being. And what we need is Locator. Locator is present. Sorry, this one. So let me copy this. The moment I say page.locator, I will be getting Locator. So let me store in a Locator reference. Let me call this as checkbox. After this, instead of using now page.evaluate, since you have to evaluate JavaScript on this particular element, we'll use checkbox.evaluate. And it says give me expression. And now we are going to use arrow function. So I will use checkbox arrow checkbox.click and just finish this. So first we identified that Locator because Locator is present, only click was creating issue. So element and this particular checkbox we want to click. So use click now and let's execute now and see the output. So it is checked already and yeah, it did the uncheck part. So it's quite easy. Now, as I mentioned, depends on your requirement, use any JavaScript, but try to avoid if it's a requirement, please go ahead. Otherwise, maximum thing is already available in Playwright with Java. So yeah, that's all about this video. I hope you found it useful. If you need any help, let me know in the comment section. And if you're new to this channel, then make sure you subscribe this channel, share with your colleagues, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.